This question was asked in 2024 August KUHS MBBS examination. Which of the following is an example of a cartilaginous joint? The choices given are humeroulnar joint, intervertebral disc joint, cranial sutural joint, tibiotalar joint. So let us have a look at what these joints are. Humeroulnar joint is a part of the elbow joint between the distal end of the humerus and the proximal end of the ulna. Intervertebral disc joint is between two vertebral bodies. Okay, this is the intervertebral disc joint. Cranial sutural joint is between cranial bones. Suppose this is one bone, this is another bone, this is another bone. They are all meeting at this sutures. These are cranial sutural joints. Tibiotalar joint is another, is also called as the ankle joint. Okay, it is between the distal end of the tibia and the talus. It is called the tibiotalar joint. Now the question is, which of the following is a cartilaginous joint? Let us have a look at the classification of the joints. Joints are classified into three types. It's very, very important classification. Synovial joints, fibrous joints, and cartilaginous joints. Synovial is further classified into 6 types based on the shape of the articulating surfaces, the ball and socket, hinge, pivot, etc. Fibrous joint are joints where two bones are bound by fibrous tissue. Okay, this is very, very important. It's bound by fibrous tissue. There are different types of it. One is called sutures, but we also have syndesmosis, gomphosis, and Schindlisis. Okay, all these fancy looking names are all joints where two bones will be meeting with fibrous tissue in between. Okay, so this is the fibrous tissue. Fibrous tissue will be there between the two bones. The next is the cartilaginous joint. Cartilaginous joint is classified into primary and secondary cartilaginous. Secondary cartilaginous joints are also called symphysis. Symphysis joints are typically in the midline. Okay. Now one more point I want to say is that in the definition of synovial joint is that you will have a synovial membrane lined cavity inside that synovial joint. In the synovial joint you will also have cartilages, but that doesn't make it a cartilaginous joint. Cartilaginous joint is defined as one where you will have one bone, another bone, and in between that you have cartilage. In between that you have cartilage, then you call it a cartilaginous joint. Okay, so this is the basic definition of these three. So let us come back to the class to the question. Here the answer will be intervertebral disc joint, because intervertebral disc joint is in the midline, and between this vertebra and this vertebra you have an intervertebral disc, which is basically a white fibro cartilage. Okay, it is basically a white fibro cartilage. So the point here is that it is cartilage and there is no synovial cavity here. So that it is only cartilaginous. So it is a secondary cartilaginous joint, and that makes it a cartilaginous joint. So the answer here is intervertebral disc joint.